Hello guys and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Um, I'm here to actually share my thoughts on what um, game pack should be next. Although I'm a bit biased towards, we're probably not going to get it, but not for at least another year or two. Maybe even, if we're very unlucky, maybe 3 years. But I would really, really, really love to see fairies come to The Sims 4. You know, ever since Werewolves came out, I've been wanting fairies. It's not even a joke. It's like ever since Werewolves came out, sure, we need a fairies pack. Because, like, that's pretty much the only cult that's missing. And that way we'd have 4 cults that are relatively good. Um, and then 2 cults that are bad that also really do need a refresh and an overhaul, especially mermaids. Um, Not so much aliens. Maybe just have it to where their energy need is replaced by brain power. Then it'll be a bit more, balanced and really cool. Because in the Sims 3 Ambitions, no, not Ambitions, but the Sims 3 Seasons, because that's the pack that Aliens was introduced in the Sims 3 Seasons, uh, their energy need was replaced by brain power. Kind of like the vampire energy, if your sim is a vampire, or if you have the vampires game pack. Um, really similar there. But the brain power will be just like the energy, kind of like mermaids replace hygiene with hydration. Um, but I would really love to see fairies as well. But if I were to have 2 overhauls, it would be mermaids and aliens. Aliens having maybe at least, like I said, their energy need being replaced with brain power, and then mermaids having a skill tree and maybe having skills on their legs. That way you can tell if they're a mermaid, and that way you can see what their tail looks like when they're not even in the water. Because, like, the skills would be a nice addition. They really would. Just like the Sims 3, maybe you could customize what your tail would look like if you were in the water. Kind of similar to werewolves now. Like, we can paint their faces, we can similar to pets as well, if you have the cats and dogs expansion. Which, by the way, before I get into detail, I don't know, but for some reason, both the old age deaths don't seem to work. Um, for normal Sims or pets. So, like, the old age death just does not work. Like, it's just broken. Like, hopefully with the new, age, um, the age differences now and the age changes to where, you know, uh, maybe the glitch is fixed and maybe they do actually die like they're supposed to. Um, because that's kind of annoying once your sim hits like like the maximum green um age bar um at an elder and then like 6 hours later they still haven't died, and by the time you know it, it's like 3 or 4 days. Hey, look at him. He's still alive. Yeah, like, bruh, I have encountered that bug, like, so many times, it's not even ridiculous. Same goes for pets. Because pets usually die if you have it on the short lifespan. Um, Elder pets usually die around 3 days after they become an elder. And that's never happened to me, so, like, it's really confusing. Um, Not to say the aging is bad, it just seems broken. Like, unless they fix it with the patch or with the aging changes, um, it's just they really need to look into that as well, because I don't want my sim, not dying, because I want them to die by old age when they're supposed to, but they actually don't. So that makes sense to you guys, because they don't die. Um, but yeah, that's practically it. If you have it on your short lifespan, if you guys didn't know how many days it took for your pets to die, if you have the Cats and Dogs expansion, it's usually 3 days. I don't see it no more than 4 to 5 days. It's usually only 3 days for an elder pet to die once they have reached elder. You can make it shorter by simply just giving them an age up treat. That way, you don't have to wait for the young adult stage. Or you can just, start a save with an elder pet. And 3 days later, they should die. But, people have actually been already talking about a Realm of Magic refresh. What the heck? Why do we need a refresh of Realm of Magic? Like, I'm confused. Like, Realm of Magic is actually really cool. I don't see nothing wrong with the pack. I really don't. Um, I really don't see anything wrong with the pack. And people have been talking about a Realm of Magic refresh. Why the heck do we need a Realm of Magic refresh? I would really love to see an Island Living refresh with mermaids. And have like a skill tree. And like I said, the most I want for mermaids for a refresh will probably have skills on no legs. That way you can tell if they're a mermaid or not. It may be like their skills would go dimmer if they are dehydrated. That'd be such a cool addition because that way, like it makes sense because it dried skills because that's the mula. It says once your hydration is low, but with mermaids we have right now, I mean, there's no skills. I want skills on my freaking mermaid. That way it's more realistic. Kind of like The Sims 3. And maybe, just maybe, they add a new death by dehydration for mermaids. And this would occur if your mermaid is dehydrated for too long. Similar to hunger, you would die by starvation. I would really love something similar for hydration, to where if they don't get enough water, then they die by dehydration. Really similar to The Sims 3, but we still don't have that. I would really, really love that in The Sims 4. One of the next game packs I would love to see come is fairies. Similar to werewolves. I would really love for a fairies game pack, for them to be in their separate game pack, because it only makes sense, right? Like, we have 3 good occults. Can you guess them? Yeah, we have werewolves, spellcasters, aka witches and warlocks, and vampires. They're all 3 of the best ones. But yeah, I would really love to see a mermaid's overhaul. Because, like, have skills, maybe a new death by dehydration, and maybe maybe a new skill tree. All I would love to see be done to aliens is maybe have their energy replaced by brain power. Again, it's just a thought, and it's just a theory that I would really like to see happen in game. Because, again, it only makes sense for aliens to have at least something cooler than humans. And that's to have their brain power replacing their energy need. Again, it only makes sense. Mermaids, I would love to see, like... Okay, sorry, I'm not even done with aliens. Not aliens. Mermaids. Ugh. I would love to see them have a new Graven Urn as well, because they don't actually have a Graven Urn. All of the other cults up to this point, including aliens, have a special Graven Urn once they die. So all of the occults we have in the game, besides mermaids, why do I keep saying aliens? I don't understand. Including the newest one, werewolves, they all have special graves and urns, so that's really cool. But mermaids they severely need to overhaul, and I would really love at least 4 to 5 things, or 3 to 4 things. Add a new death by dehydration, which happens similar to hunger, and if they die by starvation, to where if their hunger need is gone for too long, they actually do die. Similar to dehydration, to where if they're dehydrated for too long, they die by dehydration. And they have a cool little animation that plays out. It only makes sense, like I said. And then having skills on their legs once they're not in the water. So if they're out in the water, you can still see their skills, similar to The Sims 3. And again, that would just be a cool little addition as well. Maybe a skill tree, and as well as a special Graven Urn, because that's the only occult that we don't have. That's the only occult that don't have special graves and urn, or Special Graven Urn. Like, bruh, like, it's so lackluster, and I just freaking hate it. At least Aliens have a Special Graven Urn. If Aliens didn't have a Special Graven Urn, they'd probably be right down with Mermaids, because they just won't really have anything going for them. So again, and I know fairies are probably going to be not anytime soon, but I would really love to see fairies be one of the next game packs. Again, I would just really love to see that be one of our next game packs for fairies. If we were to get fairies, I would be so happy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it's just really cool, and I would really love to see these changes to The Sims 4. And if they do happen, then I would love EA. This is the reason why I respect EA. So hopefully they do these, because especially mermaids just need a serious overhaul. And aliens maybe have one thing done, and that would have their energy be replaced by brain power. But if you guys enjoyed, until next time, peace out.